1212, this is the Alpha FX. I'm gonna make a tea and come back in a minute.
It's all about experience. It's to feel the adrenaline running through our veins. Like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future is something that's in our DNA. A privilege just available for a few. Traders, we see things differently, paying attention to every small detail that would maybe go unnoticed by the common eye. On or by the edge is our playground, with a constant strive for glory, seeking for a new tomorrow. Do you feel special? Take back control of your investments.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. Test.
Coming through sound and clear.
Thank you. Just in advance, you might hear some birds on the background coming from me, but I'll try to mute.
Birds.
I think Thomas is getting in the habit of muting everyone at the start of the meeting. And then,
Oh, then it's all fine.
Yeah. And then we just unmute ourselves to make a comment.
I think we've heard worse than birds, so you're good.
That's right. Very much. Yeah, if bird was as bad as it gets, I think we'll be okay.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Sophie.
Hi, B. How are you? Hi,
I'm
Namita.
good.
Hi, Sophie and B.
Namita.
Baby.
Hello.
Look at that Marwan
Hello.
always
Hello.
smiling.
Bibi, are you here? I think she's not here.
Good afternoon.
Hi, Chintan.
Hi, Chintan.
Hello, how are you? Hello.
Tomas is just
Hear me?
testing what happens if he doesn't turn up to a meeting.
Hello, ladies.
Yep, who's going to take charge?
Yeah,
Yeah.
someone should take charge.
Sophie.
Okay, Sophie, it's your meeting.
Yeah,
No.
go ahead, Sophie.
No.
Sophie it is.
We start with the fundamental. Come on, Sophie.
No. We are not doing that. Chintan, go ahead with the
No,
fundamental.
you are the best, Sophie. We just love to listen to you.
No,
Oh.
guys, I'm blushing.
Okay,
I was about to say,
hands up,
stop
people.
making her blush.
Hands up.
Hey, B.
Sophie,
How are
and
you,
who votes
B?
for Chintan?
When you will close your trade, just DM me. I will hold my trade.
Shit, what's happening in the market?
Yeah, we are in a sell, right, for gold?
Forward to-
Yeah.
and a
Yeah.
sell.
Yeah, I was selling US 30 and suddenly took me out.
There's a spike. There's a spike
It
up.
kind of looks like we just entered the volatility before the US session, or has the US session already opened? Hold on.
No, still 26 minutes.
Then it's a
21
build time. Then it's
21.
probably building up to decide which way it should go.
Well, hopefully down.
Yes, hopefully not.
But on the minute time frame, I see a clear bear flag. I'm not sure though, but to me it's kind of clear.
Yeah,
That's the
hi,
Brits'
guys.
background, isn't it?
Or not. Jeez.
the USD index, guys, is forming a head and shoulder pattern, and it seems like it is gonna have at least a deep correction. So basically, I do not recommend anyone buying USD at the moment. I did already post the analysis yesterday. I'm not sure if you guys had a chance to have a look at it.
Not really.
Yeah, it's under the share your charts.
Okay, that's a comment from Ali. Is that right? Is that Ali speaking?
Yeah, that's Ali.
Okay, we'll look up for that later. When Thomas returns,
Maybe they're delivering.
emergency.
I bet Thomas is listening in the background.
Yeah.
And saying it's a fucking stew out here.
And suddenly Rahul, joins the conversation and greets us with his normal greeting. I don't want to mention
Yeah.
ماشي الحال مروان؟
إيه الحمد لله حبيبي، أنت كيفك؟ طمنا عنك.
روان الحمد لله.
So who's made money today? Let's do something. Who's made money? And in sales? or in
Marwan,
bonds?
where are you from?
I'm Lebanese, working in Saudi Arabia.
Great.
Do you want me to share my screen, guys?
Go ahead if you can. Let's go ahead.
Okay, here we go.
Does anyone know, are we streaming on YouTube?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I guess, yeah, I got the link, but I'm not sure if he's broadcasting already or not.
He is casting his own screen. I have 3 monitors. He is casting his own screen, and we are live.
Okay. Hello, YouTube.
Okay, I can't share my screen because already Thomas is already sharing his screen.
While someone else is sharing it. Okay.
Yeah.
So who wants to lead the analysis? Come on, Sophie. Give us your thoughts on price action.
No, you're not. You guys are not doing that to me. I'm not playing that game.
Sophie left the group.
Well then, okay, Ali, you have volunteered. Ali, then talk us through. You can't show a screen, but talk us through your thoughts.
But I need to share my screen just to to make it like more easy to because talking about a chart without having displayed in front of you is just like it's like guessing something. So, but anyway. I basically all my analysis is based on indices. It's the USD index alone, the Euro index alone, the Pound index alone, and so on. So based on my analysis that I posted yesterday on the group, the USD has already formed a head and shoulder pattern, reversal pattern on the 4 hours time frame, and basically it's just going textbook head and shoulders. And in that case, we should at least see a deep correction on all USD pairs. That's the minimum.
Yeah. Maybe if I can also add to it from a fundamental perspective, what I'm beginning to understand is there has been news around Chinese lockdown, which is having a severe impact on the USD pairs. And especially on gold, I can see that the yields have bounced back from the previous weekly low and monthly low, which means the 10-year yield is going up. And we've also now seen a bounce back from gold, which is nicely following Thomas's analysis of dropping. I hope it does drop till S2. Which would be 1663, I guess, and that's what I'm hopeful about, and that's what I'm trading in the money for. And my focus is only gold today. Thank you.
Gold.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, you're back. Was this good?
Thanks for joining us.
Sorry, didn't want to interrupt. Keep carry on. Keep going. I really enjoyed the stream. Can you show me stop loss, sir?
Double your money.
Are we buying or selling?
All in. We are all in. Selling gold.
Buy high, sell low.
We are belling.
All right, mother tuckers. Why? So, I came back and suddenly everyone just quiet. But when I'm away, you are so chatty and talking to each other.
Even in the university, when the mentor or the professor is out, all people are screaming, talking, shouting, playing. But then once back, everyone is fine.
When the king is in, everybody is silent.
Who's that?
Yeah, indeed.
Who's king?
You.
That's Marwan.
No.
You are the king.
No, king of what?
Yeah, we're trying to listen to your sexy
professor.
voice.
Oh, it's very nice.
Oh.
King of Pipland.
Keep going, guys. Don't stop. I'm really enjoying.
Okay, in order to keep going, you'd need to allow Ali to share the screen. He was going to give us some suggestions on gold today, or where he was at, but he couldn't share his screen, so I don't know if that's appropriate or not, but...
Well, it seems it's not appropriate.
Seems so.
Right. Sorry, I just had some administration to do. Today is just getting close to the end of the year. Accounting. It's crazy. Inventory checks. Let's start the analysis with the usual macroeconomics, fundamentals, and then we're going to jump down into the technicals to see if the macro and the technicals line up or no line up. This morning we discussed during the morning briefing that the market sentiment is quite bearish in my opinion. Some of the major news which have led the discussion today on the street were three things: China, tech, and something else which I forgot already. But China and tech alone are enough to move the market. The Chinese economy is slowing down, and I explained that if China is slowing down, then everyone else in the world is going to slow down. China is the not the powerhouse, but the factory of the world. The exports already dropped 0.4%, imports negative 0.7%. Now imports usually are leading indicator that exports are going to drop next month, because they first need to import the goods, the raw materials, the resources to produce goods. That's what China does. And guess what? If they're not ordering that amount of imports, the export is going to drop. The second thing is, which connects to this one, is that Apple did announce that they're going to reduce the purchase of iPhone 14, the orders, because people don't want to buy it. They don't have money. High energy costs, high food prices. You know, they're not going to spend on stupid luxury goods such as iPhone 14 for ridiculous amount of money. In some countries, like for example in Hungary, the new iPhone 14, the highest with the highest specs, 6 months average salary. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Imagine that. What would some people choose? Starve to death but have a new iPhone, or not starve to death? Unfortunately, still some people are choosing the flashy iPhone, but luckily more of them are choosing, to buy food. So this was one of the reasons why, stocks were quite mixed. The other thing is China. Last week Friday, when we had the bounce back, there was some rumors that China is going to reopen the economy and going to scrape the zero COVID policy. Now this morning we heard completely the opposite, but it was just before the Hang Seng Index closure time. So as far as I know, last information is that China is not going to open up. They're gonna still maintain the zero COVID policy, etc. So everything is quite mixed. And one of the reasons for this is because if we move down to the fundamentals, that we had a very, very quiet day today. The only meaningful data for me today was the trade balance from China. Everything else, maybe the Lagarde speech, but I wasn't listening, didn't really move the market, and the FOMC measure speech, but that's quite qualitative. If you have a look on the calendar this week, which we did already this morning, Tuesday is going to be another boring day. Not much. 3-year note auction, that can tell us about, that can push up the yields if the investors want some more risk premium, because if you look at the let me just show you, I'll show you later the yields, that the short end of the yield curve is front running. It's higher than the long end of the yield curve. On Wednesday, we're going to have Chinese CPI. Now, I never traded Chinese CPI. This could be interesting. I won't be trading because it's at ridiculous time in the evening. And other than that, we're going to have nothing. Again, nothing. Thursday is going to be the British GDP. Which day is it? Never mind. Thursday is going to be the prime day of the week because we have CPI, my top favorite economic quantitative data to trade this year, because CPI is one of the leading indicators, and so far the correlation with gold is extremely good for trading. We're going to have core CPI and CPI, continuing jobless claims, initial jobless claims, and we're going to have the long end bond auction. That doesn't really interest me. So all in all, I think Thursday is going to be the prime day of the week. Do you want a live stream or live trading on Thursday for CPI?
Oh yes. Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Should we stream it on YouTube or just for members?
Only if we get 250 likes.
They only did 134 today, so far no CPI trading, just for you guys. And then moving on to Friday, we're going to have the GDP for the UK, and then later on, yeah.
There's the congressional elections tomorrow, and that might well move the market.
True, that's absolutely true. We discussed this morning there's going to be the midterm elections or votes or whatever it is in the US. For me, tomorrow is going to be a crappy day because it's led by politics. I hate politics. Seriously, any politicians, I absolutely hate them because they are very short-sighted. They only care about, the short-term things, whereas economists, they care about the long run. So tomorrow I'm going to take a day off, and I'm preparing for Thursday, which will be the CPI. Thank you so much, Ali. Overall, it's quite quiet week. Well, it looks like it's a quiet week. Let me ask the same question whether it's quiet or not on Friday. And I'm moving down to technical analysis. This morning I had about 3 stop loss hits, so it's not a good start of the week. Luckily managed to close some profit on the gold drop. Let's start with the good old gold. So we had a quite decent drop. I think it was about 60 pips. It dropped down from this consolidation. That was a nice drop, but then it came back to retest the top. And what it looks like for many traders, like a double top. It already broke the trend line. It already broke the previous support and resistance in the market structure, and now it's creating a lower high. So what it looks like, something like this. And what comes after a lower high? Lower low. Very good answer. Lower low. So we are in a gold sell already. If you haven't entered already, I cannot advise what to do, but it looks like to me that it's going to go down straight to the weekly pivot. So those who didn't enter, if I was an enter, I would put the stop loss, keep it tight as possible, because the spike could happen anytime. But if it wants to drop, it's going to drop nice and hard. And B likes hard things as well, so that's going to be a good short opportunity.
Thomas.
Yeah. You like hard drops, no?
Nothing. No comment.
I like hard drops.
Okay.
Wait.
Nice to know.
And it's dropping hard. Look at this. It's going to melt. Any questions about gold? I think it's quite straightforward. Now moving on to GBP Japanese yen. I adventured into new territory. I haven't traded GJ for very, very long time. Hoshinit already asked in Discord that what was the reason that I entered into this beautiful sell, which is currently running in about a whopping 27 pips. Oh my god. Oh my god, 27 pips. And this one, if I were to join the stream, I would not hesitate to enter, because the stop loss, the current price level is not too far away from where I entered. It's on like 10 pips difference, 15 pips. But the profit potential is obviously, if it turns out as expected, then it's much higher than we can imagine, than the loss. So it's always, if the profit potential, the risk reward, the reward outweighs the risk, it's a no-brainer that, I would enter the trade. The GJ Japanese yen, that's quite straightforward. The only thing to ask Hoshinet's question why I entered into the trade is because of the fib and the pivot alliance. and also the support and resistance. So it looked like to me that is a perfect short opportunity. Who entered into GJ sell?
I'm selling DJ.
Namita likes GJ.
Yes, a lot.
Sorry, I need to take this. Hello?
Good evening, everybody. I hate GJ.
Yes, absolutely. Hi, my name is Tanj.
Hey Don, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Good, good.
All right, I left a message that I'm looking for MT4 and MT5 white label solutions. Not exactly. So I also left the second part of the message to start a problem.
So, what are you doing? Who's selling gold? Who's in break even? Who's doing what?
Are you
I
holding
think-
it, Sophie?
I think gold is tricky today.
Yeah.
Always hit my stop loss.
Why? Stop loss or break even?
Yeah, it just break even. I put in 1678 3 lots and hold for that, and in the previous 15 minutes it's hit and now melting.
I think why you go big lots? I mean, why?
My account is already in critical
Thank you so
situation,
much,
so
Benny.
I
Have a good
need
day.
to take a last risk.
Yeah, but don't
Right.
go big.
Sorry about that. There was a unexpected phone call during the live stream. All right, so Namita entered into the trade of GJ. If she entered, I'm more than confident it's going to go into the right direction because Namita is an excellent trader. Now moving on to the next one. What was the next one? Of course, US stocks, US 30. Now this cheeky motherfucker was the first one to hit my stop loss this morning when I walked away from my desk. Overall, if we look at the news and the fundamentals, Twitter is going to lay off staff. Facebook is going to lay off staff. Meta is going to lay off staff. So all the tech firms, the growth stocks, not the quality utilities and all of the defensive stocks, but the tech stocks, the growth stocks are definitely are not in a good shape. So I'm just about to enter into a trade because it starts dropping. And if I were to put the stop loss just above the previous high, that's more than enough. And I think we're going to see a fairly good drop on stocks, but it has to break this. Well, it looks like a bear flag pattern to me, doesn't it? Let's put it this way, maybe put the stop loss a little bit higher. Let's have a look on the fib, maybe it can give us some direction. Yeah, perfect. Absolutely freaking perfect. Alright, let me enter into the trade of this is Dow Jones Industrial Average. Alright, I'm going to put the stop loss just above the previous high. And then, perfect. Moving on to Nasdaq 100, obviously the more tech stocks, this was another stop loss hit this morning. Cheeky bugger. Exactly the same setup. A question, I don't know which one is going to drop harder, Nasdaq or US 30. Nasdaq been recently an absolute nightmare to trade, but again we have another beautiful bear flag pattern. Now the problem with this is that we have a massive ton imbalance, and it hasn't been filled since, you know, last week tech started to, was it last week? Yeah, last week we had a massive sell-off on tech stocks. And one of the reasons why tech stocks started to sell off is because of the growth concerns in China. And I'm going to just use the same fundamental macroeconomic analysis. You know, when the investors are spooked and when the market is not going into the favor of, you know, these tech giants, then Nasdaq is 50%, the composite is made up of, you know, the FANGs, the big tech firms. So I'm just going to sell exactly the same setup as US 30. Any questions about these?
So far, no.
Beautiful, beautiful trades.
Thomas, I have a question. Isn't there
Hello,
going to be
BB.
isn't there going to be some kind of relief rally on stocks towards the end of the year, before the end of the year hits?
Sometimes there is a Christmas rally. Question is it gonna be a rally or Santa pause? Because things are not looking good for stocks, especially for growth stocks. Like, you know, the earnings were absolutely rubbish in Q3. So the question is, are we going to have a Christmas rally or not? Time will tell.
Today morning, Thomas, we also have the Chinese stocks rallying up. Multiple Chinese stocks.
Yes. So if we have a look on, and what was the reason for that, Chintan?
That was probably because of the COVID, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. So last week Friday, China, or the Chinese Communists, I don't know where the news came from, but suddenly markets started to whisper, or the traders started to whisper, or in the media, that China is going to open up. There's going to be, as it before COVID, everything is fine, holding hands. And on this news, everything started to rally. But this morning on Monday, the Chinese Communist Party confirmed, no, we're not going to open up the country. There's going to be still zero COVID policy. So again, as I mentioned this morning, everything is heavily driven by news this week. Awkward silence from Chintan.
Your session is going to open.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Thomas.
You're welcome. Again, when the market is heavily news driven, like you saw what happened last week, the market completely took a U-turn last week because China rumors that they're opening up.
Right.
We have 1 hour until the New York session to open. We have no news coming up or leading up to the New York Stock Exchange open. Absolutely no news in my calendar. So I think it's going to be...
Can I question that? Have we got the time of the New York open? Have we moved?
The US has applied the daytime saving. It's always 1 or 2 weeks difference. I think that based on historical experience, that every single time when China released bad news or some negative news came out from China, stocks always dropped very hard. Especially now that we understand, we saw the revenues, we saw the forecast that they put out. Apple is canceling all the iPhones, not all the iPhones, but they requested, the demand is definitely not there. So they reducing the supply because they have more than enough to satisfy supply. Whether Christmas is going to be different, as BB mentioned, quite possible, who knows. Remember that we have heating season coming up. There's already enough stress on household spending and disposable income. Like, imagine that they have a fixed money to spend. Like, I would say about 60-70% of the households are average households, and there are some outliers who are, extremely rich. And in my opinion, households' disposable income is already stressed. It's under huge pressure, and imagine that heating season is coming. Electricity, food prices, everything just rose this year. There was almost 10% inflation in the US. Other countries have much higher inflation. Imagine that winter is coming, they have to heat, and kids start at school, they have to buy Christmas presents. There's gonna be a lot of pressure on disposable income for households. In my opinion, the last thing they are going to spend is luxury goods such as iPhones, and if the biggest device maker, the sales are dropping, how is it going to affect the market? So, but we don't know what Christmas is going to bring. I think Christmas is cancelled this year, especially in Europe when we get the first heating bills. I'm not sure about the US. Brandon, you in the UK, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
By how much did your utility bills gone up this year? Fourfold, threefold?
I'm sorry, I haven't paid them. No, I don't look at them. Yeah, well, certainly a good 40%. Hard fuels, coal, and oil have seen 50 and 75, maybe even some of 100% increases. So yes, there's been massive increases in energy costs in the UK. Different individuals will measure it differently if they're biased towards electrical heat, or heating through gas, or heating through oil, or heating through solid fuels. But yeah, there's increase 300%. Someone says
300%. Yeah, the same. Every single country, they have the same. I spoke to my friends, Spain, UK, Italy. It doesn't matter. It's bad, very bad. Okay, gold. Now, I don't want to be the bad man, but unfortunately, gold is really hovering in between, just under the previous high. The reason why I hate this, because imagine that how many stop losses are sitting above the previous high. Of course, it's not always the case that we have a stop loss hunt. 50% chance that either price is going to raid that area, or we're going to have a nice drop and price is respecting the bearish market structure. We have a high, a low, lower high, lower low. It could be that we have a spike. Anything is possible, guys. In my opinion, this is the riskiest trade today, so be careful with gold. But if you have a look on the other assets, such as GBP Japanese yen, nice bull flag pattern. Moving on to stocks. Now stocks, I believe stocks should drop today for the reasons I explained on the run-up of the technical analysis. Negative news from China, sales are decreasing in Apple, so everything points into that direction.
The yields are also dropping.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the yields.
Just retracing back now after a spike up.
So the yields in general should increase.
I'm looking at the 30-minute chart.
So what I'm doing right now is doing a visual correlation analysis, and this could be very useful for the viewers on YouTube who doesn't know how to do visual correlation analysis. The first thing you have to do is grab one of the assets you want to analyze. Right now I have US government 10-year, and I want to put the US 2-year on the same chart. All you have to do is go to the right to the watch list, right click on the asset, which is going to be the 2-year, the short end. So I'm comparing the short end and the long end. You go down to add US 2-year to compare. You add it, but then the chart looks a bit messy. What I want to do, I want to normalize the data. So you right click on the second asset you just added. You scroll down to pin to scale, and you want to pin it to a new scale to the left. And now the data is kind of normalized, and you can see in a much better way. Now the important thing which I want to show you is how to read the US Treasury yields. The US 2-year, you have the yield, US 10-year, you have a yield. The 2-year Treasury yield is higher than the 10-year Treasury yield, meaning the yield curve is inverted. So if you take one out of the other, you get a negative number. If you take 2 out of 10, obviously. No, sorry, 10 out of 2. So it's inverted, meaning that the short end of the curve requesting it's a higher yield, because all the investors and traders, they demand higher yields for the short-term maturity assets, because they expect a shizzle, a market turmoil in the long run, in the short run, because they're expecting recession, volatility. So they demand a higher risk premium from the government. That's why the yield on the short end is higher than the yield on the long end. And if you see the change, the percentage change, almost 1% up compared to negative 10 on the 10-year Treasury yield. So definitely the fixed income market is pricing in some very ugly, dirty stuff on the short end of the yield curve.
That means the US dollar is getting stronger.
What happens if... Yeah, the US dollar is gonna get stronger. So there's two reasons. Welcome, Don. Two reasons why gold, in my opinion, should go down.
I agree with you, it's gonna go down, but I still have the theory that there is another dirty move coming, and then they pump it up and dump it down.
Absolutely. I do agree with that.
As you said last time, Venus.
Yeah, penis before Venus. Let's have a look on the RSI indicator. Anything is possible. I think the New York Open is going to decide about the future of gold. For now, I'm gonna risk based on, you know, stock. Gold is going to follow stocks, etc.
Hey guys, you sleeping?
I think US 30 and Nasdaq are sleeping. Everything is so quiet on the market today.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I think if the Republicans win, the stock market will rally.
Agree.
So just watch out, guys.
I wish I could say anything to this, but I hate politics and I don't understand politics. Jamil Rayam is asking. Jamil Rayam is asking, what strategy do you use? I use macroeconomics, and then move down to technicals, price action, look at volumes, some indicators, but mainly I'm a macro trader. Macroeconomics.
Can I ask a question?
Feel free. You can ask it now.
Did you re-enter USD yen by any chance?
Can we just let the previous who was it? Leave logs. Did you ask something? Yes, BB, sorry.
Oh, I was wondering if you re-entered USD yen.
USD Japanese yen? No, I haven't. I got stopped out on that one. Let's have a quick look. No, I got stopped out on this one. Today was not a good start.
Yeah, I was just telling the guys while you were away when we started that it's not good to go against US dollar in any means.
Yeah, I got stopped that also on the USD Japanese.
The only thing which Ariafont Beefy mentioned in the Zoom chat is this wick on the left. It was an impulse move last week that created, well, the imbalance is already filled, but the wick hasn't been filled. And we have the Fibonacci 7860 just, where is it? You know, sitting a little bit higher. So there's always a potential that, you know, price could come up. Today is not the easiest day to trade, but the only easy day was yesterday. Most important is stick to your analysis and stick to your plan. Many times when I had wins, I stick to my plan. When I had losses, I still stick to my plan. Yes, sometimes you have to fine-tune, obviously, if the plan fails. But, you know, when the plan failed, I was just like, no, okay, tomorrow is another day. So no revenge trading, just stay calm, have a plan, stay calm, and just observe the market, but always trust your analysis, which I think many times I proved that, you know, if you stick to your analysis, it's going to pay off very dearly. What positions do you guys have open? Anyone share the same view as I am, or?
I have one position open at 1678 towards sell shorting.
All right.
I was shorting too from 78, 79, but I'm already out with break even, so I didn't re-enter as always.
I'm in gold sale and GJ sale.
NASDAQ, gold, and GJ.
I entered on gold, sell, Euro USD, sell, USD30.
Wagwan.
Wagwan.
Tomas, I've got a question. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm not in a gold trade, but would you consider that on the 4-hour that there's a breaker structure?
On the 4-hour on gold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more like a large range, but at what point do you count it as being a breaker structure?
So on the 4-hour?
Yeah.
Either if it breaks, well, if it comes back, because you know this impulse move, I would say if this breaks, it's quite a steep market structure, but if you look at the line chart, that always you know, helpful. Where was the last high? Where was the last low? And you know, steep move to the upside right here, and I think the last low, if you can consider it, on the 4-hour was there.
Yeah, that's often the difficult thing I have, is deciding whether like you count all the like small lows or you count like major swing lows, and in that time frame, you know.
Yeah, it's, you know, you have to choose one.
Sure.
But
yeah.
Don't just rely on technicals, or if you rely on technicals, just look for other confirmations.
Okay, right. Yeah.
There's also the channel that the guys mentioned during the morning brief. We're almost breaking out of it, so.
Which we discussed this morning. If you look at that channel, you know, because this is longer term channel, sometimes you have these wicks up here. So you see, last time the first top actually resulted in a fake out, which, guess what, on a higher time frame this was 207 pips. This is ridiculous, this is huge. But if you're long-term trader, if you look at you know, higher time frames, there is a possibility that you're going to catch, or unfortunately see some of these fake outs, which, you know, if you're day trader, can cost you quite high. And the more I look at gold, the more indecisive I am, the more uncertainty I see on the chart. And now just Sufyan or Simon, I don't know who mentioned it. It does look like it's going to break out. Fundamentally, I don't see any reasons why would it break out. Only if we get some positive news from China, which was the culprit last week that has led into the rally on gold and stocks and all the risk asset. But do you know any news about from China? What's happening? Are they going to lock down?
I don't know a lot, but everything is locked down right now. Like there is half the city almost locked down.
Yeah, that's what I read in reliable news sources, Financial Times, Bloomberg. And last week, the market has rallied. So either it's a trap for the bulls and all the technical traders who think there's going to be raid, stop-loss raid, you know, because there are stop-losses above here. Or it could be, you know, a trap for all the short sellers because there will be a raid. Who knows? The important thing is, whatever your strategy dictates, choose a side and trade it. And don't jump, you know, because I can bring up free confirmations for buy, free confirmations for sell. But at the end of the day, I always go back to macroeconomics and I ask myself a question. What is the general consensus? What is the word on the street? And so far, we didn't really open up. We didn't have any positive news out from China. You have a look on the economic data this morning. That was quite disappointing. Yet, stock market didn't quite rallied in China. But just before the market closed, Chinese Communist Party announced, or they confirmed that they're not going to close down. And for this reason, I know many times people questioning my decisions, like why? Because I see confirmations which line up with my macroeconomic analysis. Maybe it's incorrect, maybe it's correct. Market will confirm.
Thomas, if you go 4-hour chart on the gold, if you can see that triple bottom, yeah, is that any good to go bullish from that? 1617.
Yes.
Thomas, there was a news item on Wall Street Journal like 1 hour ago that the Chinese leaders weigh steps towards zero COVID reopening, but no timetables set.
Just as another idea on gold, how you look on things differently. You look at the 5-minute chart and put Fibonacci from the beginning of the impulse on Friday to the peak this morning, last night, overnight. There's a perfect rejection at 23%. But we're still in that 0 to 23% range. So just from the bottom of the impulse on, the move up began Friday at 2 o'clock.
Like this level?
So we're Friday at 2 o'clock. Yeah, from there.
From there to here.
No, the next, yeah, higher again. Yeah, from there to 1682.
And there's a rejection at the
23. You have it 38. Maybe yours is different to mine. So looking at gold, 5 minutes. which would be 3rd of November, 1400 with me, right the way up to the top. It only comes down as far as 23 and then just bounces straight off that.
Yeah, but if I put the Fibonacci, that's going to be the 0. Where should I put?
So you put the 0 at the top, and if you see then the bounce up this morning, where we thought it was going to go down after the consolidation, we thought it was going to continue down, but
this on the 38.2.
Yeah. Just lines up perfectly. Just from the beginning of the impulse. Normally I look at Fibonacci on a day-to-day basis, but if you look at it just from the beginning of that impulse move.
Yeah. Anything is possible. Are you in a buy?
Me, no. No, I'm still biased towards sales. I'm looking for it to fall down.
I'm in a buy.
Every single month we have sometimes those uncertain weeks when we see buys and sells, and we see a perfect setup that this must be it, and then it's not going to work out. Well, that will be next week.
I'm in a buy.
Who's that? Is that Dawn?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us your thinking. How did you get into it?
Well,
from where?
Like I usually follow the 15 minutes time frame. That's why last time I was asking Thomas about the 1 hour time frame. On the 15 minutes time frame, I still see impulsive move consolidation. It's exactly the same pattern we had on the way down. It's like pump, impulsive up, consolidation, another impulsive pump. I'm still thinking there is another step up before the down, at least. That's my view. I don't know. Like as Thomas say, everything is possible, but I also use this Ishimoku cloud, and it's called pointing up, as well as my Swiss franc is going down as at the time. And now the alarm hits, you should see some movement at the tick of the hour.
Thomas, can I share my screen?
No.
Okay.
Usually when it opens a new hour, like 5 minutes after that, it starts moving, especially when it's like doing nothing for a while.
The price might be ranging, waiting for CPI news.
It's quite dull today, isn't it? Jesus. It's like a snake coiling around the 1675, 1678 area, like twisting around it constantly, and then suddenly decides a way to go. I'm still in a short, but we'll see.
The dollar is about to break 110.
You guys are so silent and boring.
Oh, hi, Sophie.
Hey, Bibi.
I'm just grabbing lunch.
Oh, bon appetit. What's for lunch?
I don't know, it just arrived. Thank you. I'll open for you from here. You can go after that day. Thanks. What's for lunch on your end? Sophie?
You tell me what's for lunch.
I think I'm having pizza today. And you must remember it's meeting week this week because my mom's gone.
Oh, okay. Bon appetit. Enjoy.
I will.
I had some potatoes. Like I can eat potatoes every day.
Just plain potatoes or potatoes with something?
Of course. Yeah.
Welcome to Thomas' Kitchen.
As you guys are boring, you don't want to say or talk about anything, so we just we're talking about food. Who doesn't like food?
Food talk is always welcome. Hey, I went vegetarian this time, so yeah, Subway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with a bit of meat.
Oh, come on. I mean, you can't be vegetarian and eat meat.
All right, so it's tough. It's very tough when I do my analysis, and I think all of you can relate when you make your analysis and then other people say the opposite. I think the most important is stick to your plan and your analysis.
That's what you asked us to do, Thomas. We believe in you, but you told us to stick to our analysis too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I took the USD Japanese with eyes closed.
Euro USD passed parity, so it's very interesting.
I watched Raul's charts today. Also, they were interesting. And I think Euro USD is going according to what he said, if I'm not wrong, as I remember. It was Raul's chart. Where is he, by the way? I didn't hear him today.
What did this chart say about USD?
It's on Discord.
Okay.
for me personally, Thomas, why I joined the team, the family, the Alpha family, is about I was a follower from YouTube, you know, and I've always seen you talking about macroeconomics, how you approach the markets from the fundamental side. So that's why I joined. I'm not struggling with strategy. I'm struggling with the economy, how to follow, you know, the economy, how to know where to buy. I have that. I need that edge when it comes to fundamental side. And also, exactly.
Easy at all.
Yeah. You told that you told it yourself many times. It's like, you have like what 9, 12. You said 9 years of experience or even more. So for someone who's just starting 1 year or 2 years, it's really difficult. That's why I joined the team. So yeah, sometimes you can be right and sometimes you can be wrong. But when it comes to fundamentals, no, you are always right, man. That's why we love you. That's why. No, seriously. That's why we try to listen to what you're saying. People tend to be here in the brief morning, and they also read whatever. I just started, by the way. I just started like watching your videos on the website, and it's really some great stuff right there.
Thank you.
So yeah, just don't go hard on yourself. Just sometimes it can be wrong. That's the way it is.
Absolutely. I mean,
that's the market.
Trading is not easy, and you know, it's not like we against the market. The market doesn't care about us. It's us against ourselves. And I always say to everyone that make your own analysis, have a look at my analysis or other traders' analysis, and at the end of the day, make your own decision. I personally find the hardest thing is when there's so much noise. Obviously, I have a reach now, over 15,000 subscribers on YouTube. We don't always share the same view. Some people see long, some people see short. I see, you know, short on gold now. And I think the important is that, you know, have a kind of respect to other traders, that, you know, sometimes one is right, sometimes the other one is right. And, you know, just communicate the ideas in a polite and professional way. If you see something else, there's nothing wrong with it. So far, no one offended me. But you know, when I started to doubt myself, okay, I still made my analysis. I'm still sticking to it, and you know, it's tough. It's not easy, but trading isn't easy. And then I think when a trader starts to question himself or herself, what's the best thing to do in your opinion when everyone else is saying different? Should change the view and go with what everyone else thinks, or stick to the plan?
No. Stick to your plan, man. And I mean, how many of us said that they're buying? Just two of us. So I mean, look how many are the Zoom call, how many people, and they're all sticking to your plan, just like 2 or 3 maybe. So it's not the end of the world, man.
Sometimes like it could be the other way around, like 2 people are right, and then it's like the opposite way, like exactly what you're saying is the opposite way. But as the other guy said now about fundamentals, microeconomics, and all this, like you gave us answers to questions like spinning in our head for like a year or more. Like in last 2 weeks, I got answers for, I swear, like tons of questions spinning in my head. Sometimes you even answer before I ask. Like I get an answer indirectly from your speech. This is the only morning briefing I missed today. I was a little bit busy, and I'm gonna watch it later, even it's past. Like you have a view, I have a view, someone else have a view. I could be even wrong. Like last time you said it's sell, I took a buy as well, and it hit my stop loss, and I entered the spike down, if you remember, a few days ago. So everything is possible. This market, especially on gold, is tricky and unpredictable, especially last 2 months. Like Even
What was the longest losing
Thomas
streak
said
you guys
something
had?
now. Longest what?
The longest losing streak, like when you know trading wasn't in your favor.
2 weeks
Last
when I
year.
started.
Last year when it hit 1680 the first time, I got hit badly.
Before I joined, Thomas, 6 weeks before 6 months before I joined.
Wow.
And then 8 weeks profit, and last week was my first loss in 2 months.
When Don mentioned 1680, who traded with me last year, remember that was our best month because we were long from 1680, and that time 1680 was the bounce
I
back.
was long before 1680 and I got dumped down with it.
Hello.
We shorted until 1680,
Yeah.
and then
I didn't realize that time, unfortunately.
yeah. But going back to Bram,
I'll check where he is. I'll ask him.
going back to Bram, yeah, I remember when Bram joined, and it wasn't easy for him. He shared the journey that he took, and it was tough. 6 months of losing, that's really tough.
Yeah.
But then I saw, you know, the last, apart from last week, 8 weeks there was some magnificent change.
Yeah.
On the other side, when the Russia-Ukraine story started, I was just pushing buy, and it's like green,
Yeah,
like
that was
continuously pushing buy that day. Yeah, I was just pushing buy, and it's just hitting TP.
And we have 15 minutes.
And
until-
after that good month, it was not good as well. And that's what I learned from you guys. It's like never give back the market what they give you. Make the money, take the money, exit. Adios.
Absolutely, absolutely. At the end of the day, the most important is to sit down, clear head. If you have any personal issues, family issues, depressed or anything, don't trade. Don't trade at all. If you need money, you're really desperate to make money, don't trade. That's the worst thing to do when you have bills to pay and you know you just can't get the money and you think, oh, I'm just, you know, I'm gonna flip that £500 or, you know, $2,000. Don't do it.
That's
the worst
gambling.
idea. That's gambling, absolutely. And when you're not stressed about money, when everything is going well, you know, with small lot sizes, it's fine. Just trade. But you have to be 100% focused to the game.
That's right, Thomas. Yeah, but since I get into the Alpha family, I have clear how I have to trade, and now I have to manage my psychology. I don't have a brave like you, Thomas. You're so brave. You can you still stick on your opinion and get the TP so far. I since now until now I always afraid. Oh, it's good take TP now or I wait until get the TP. So until now I have learned how I trust the analysis and lose my fear of loss of trading. So since I think it's good condition for trader like me who had the starting with a wrong way. I learned trading from somebody that's always use scalping with 1 minute, take, and so now I have to learn how I have trust the analysis and trust
exactly
until now. So I just trust the Alpha family. I have I leave the other group of trading because
Too much noise.
My reason is I trust you. You
Thank you,
really
Harry.
brave, and yeah, what you share to us, that's what's your opinion, your knowledge. So until now, I only routine take the morning briefing if I had time and learn how to trade. Even I did not yet get the brief like you.
Thank you. Yeah, Harry's been a member for how long, Harry?
Maybe 1 year more, maybe.
1 year. And he is a doctor,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. He's a qualified lifesaver doctor. Which already, you know, hats off to you, Harry.
Yeah, thank you, Thomas. I brought to be of Alpha family.
Harry, where are you from? Which country?
I came from Indonesia.
And do you
Nice
have
to
any
meet you,
specialty
Harry.
in medical field or? Which specialization are you in medical field, Harry?
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Are you an anesthesiologist, general medicine?
Oh no, I'm obstetrician.
Doctor, surgeon.
Sorry, I don't hear you. I don't hear your
I
voice.
think there was some issue with the lagging your voice, Ivan. It was a connection.
Yeah, I'm in a hotel. It might be a bad connection.
Yeah, it sometimes drops off, but
Everyone who go to Indonesia and Alpha family can call me, and I show you Indonesia.
Oh, thank
Anytime.
you. You're so kind.
Anytime.
so house party
Yeah.
at Harry's house. Thank you, Harry.
Welcome, Thomas.
Right, we have 10 minutes until the NYSE Open. The market doesn't seem to be moving. When I started the morning briefing today for you guys, I mentioned that it is going to be, or could be, a very boring day, because if you look at the data, well, if you look at that, there is no data today, nor tomorrow. Wednesday is going to be some Chinese CPI. It's nothing major, but the Thursday is the prime day of the week. I wonder how the US stock market is going to open. Is it going to go absolutely wild at open? What do you think?
Maybe or maybe not, because last time they didn't move it much. Like, nothing special happened.
Chico is asking, Mr. Horvat, what do you think about next week's CPI news? Last week forecast was at 8.1% and they changed it to 8% this week. CPI data is going to be this week, not next week. I think that's a typo. I'm not sure it was at 8.1%, but now it's 8%. If you change it, they do revise it sometimes. Even after the data release, you know, a few days or even a week later, they revise it sometimes. I'm more interested in the core CPI, because that excludes energy and food prices, and there was some inconsistency between CPI and core price recently. So whereas core CPI was back in August. CPI dropped, but the core CPI was actually that was in September. That was double. So in September, CPI decreased, showing decreasing inflation. But core CPI was actually double than the previous 1.6%, which absolutely confused the markets. But again, the higher the CPI, the more chance the Fed has a green light to slap down inflation. What is it going to be? In my opinion, who knows? I think CPI hasn't peaked yet. We barely touched the top. I think it's going to go back to 9% as well. Who knows?
Oil is pushing higher, so this might be fundamental for higher CPI.
What's that?
Crude oil is pushing higher, so this might be fundamental push for higher CPI.
Oh yeah, absolutely. How much is the I don't know what's the correlation and what is the, if you do regression analysis, we could see the potential connection between oil prices and CPI. If, for example, it could be a leading indicator, fuel prices going up, logistics, everything is going to be more expensive. Therefore, the basic goods and services will be more expensive as well. Transportation, bakers, when they bake the bread, they have to deliver it by trucks, by cars. Then they have to add the extra cost into the pricing, pushing up the basic food prices. One thing I know, the higher the oil price is, the lower the stocks are going. Still holding the short on gold, US 100, US 30, and GBP Japanese yen. And I still firmly believe that everyone should stick to their analysis. If you see long, go long. If you see short, go short. Don't jump between trades. That's not good. Choose one, stick to the plan. If it is stop loss or anything happens, then just fine tune it. Realign your lines. Who's long on gold?
Is this a trick question?
Marwan maybe, because he is always opposite.
Congratulations to KFX. His wife just gave birth to a healthy baby boy over the weekend. Wow.
Congratulations.
Congrats, man.
That's the third alpha baby this year.
Congratulations, father, to be a father.
This week I will be a father.
Yeah,
We
congrats
call
to
you
you too,
father.
Thomas.
Yeah. And we call Thomas father.
Daddy, you can call me daddy.
Daddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes. 2.5 minutes until NYSE Open. I'm still holding short, staying strong, sticking to my analysis. I don't care whatever else you. Question is, who's long on gold? Sofian, are you sticking to the long?
Yes. I have
That's
my
a good
stop
answer.
loss set. Well, I entered at 1674 and I have a stop loss just below 70.
always stick to your plan no matter what. If it hits stop loss, well, you
Well,
you
I-
you
I
analyze.
sh-
If it doesn't hit stop loss and you make profit, that's fine. Either way, you learn.
Exactly. I should have closed and take my profit like when it went just a little bit that consolidation or resistance on the 15 minutes. But yeah, I thought it may be because we have another resistance that is formed from the previous high on Friday. It couldn't break that. So let's see what's going to happen.
But Sufyan,
Yes?
what's your favorite drink?
What do you mean? I love to drink soda.
All right. Whoever wins pays the
I
other man
mean-
a soda. Okay.
Sorry?
Whoever's right is going to pay the other one a soda. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Not the
no
loser,
problem.
the winner. Because we not
Alright.
name and shame. We respect everyone's opinion.
No problem.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Raul, are you serious? It's an idiot. Oh god, here we go. So Raul G likes to take the mickey out of me, and your stock exchange, by the way, open, and he sometimes he does go against my trades on purpose to piss me off. And he just left a comment on YouTube: the better Sufyan, if you go against Tomasz trade, speak from experience. Thank you so much, Raul. Oh god, I love him. A good man, but very bad jokes. And New York Stock Exchange is open. Let's see how the market is reacting to the disappointing news from China.
I feel like the market is like silent before the storm.
Absolutely. Now is truth time.
But I believe after the storm there will be a power hour as well. Like it's gonna go both ways.
There's always sunlight above the clouds, my friend.
Like that. Swiss franc still dropping.
Does anyone else trade the DAX?
Yeah, so I do.
Are you in any positions right now?
No, I don't normally trade in the afternoon. I only trade in the mornings.
Oh, okay.
Bibi, where are you based?
At the moment, I'm in Johannesburg, but I was in the UK for
Okay.
10 years.
Hands to Dax, because where are you from?
I am from here, but then I moved to the UK, but I'm in Johannesburg now again.
Okay. I didn't
Oh,
know.
you've seen the surname, the Winkelmann.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yes,
Sprechen
it's
Sie
German.
Deutsch?
No,
Sprechen
I
Sie
don't
Deutsch?
speak any German.
Ah, scheiße. Dankeschön. All right. US indices are going according to the plan so far. Still in profit. GBP Japanese yen as well, 27 pips of profit. US 100 is in a whopping 57 pips of profit. Now on US 30 it's a bit difficult because I have two positions running and gold is quite muted, ladies and gentlemen. Sofian, get that soda ready.
We're waiting.
Just kidding, as it's not a race.
I know, man. No worries.
Are you in a DAX trade, DB?
Yeah, I'm gonna sell.
Bibi, you from South Africa?
I am in South Africa right now, yes.
And are you South African?
I was born here, yes, but my parents are not
Ah.
South African.
Hoe gaat het, Bru?
Oh, that's so horrible. I can't speak Afrikaans. When a woman speaks that language, it doesn't sound very sexy.
Yoma China.
It's like German.
Yeah, I can agree with the
It's just a
German.
very raw language.
No, it's not. It has its own beauties. Always be proud of your country,
It's
your own
unique, yeah.
language. Yeah, always be proud of
Afrikaans
your
is
country.
goed. Afrikaans is goed.
Very good.
Baie goed.
And I love the braai.
Raya.
Ik
Chop,
is
rip,
trots Afrikaans.
Ja,
Ik
my
ook.
bru.
Ik praat Afrikaans.
Yoma China.
Ik bly in de UK en ek praat Afrikaans met my kinders.
Yeah, and I found out this morning that Dylan is actually just like living 5 kilometers away from me. So
All right, US 100 running in 60 pips of profit. Gold is retracing back, ladies and gentlemen. What a day! Ah.
I think you are a god, Thomas.
I'm not a god.
FOREX
Why are you
god.
why are you saying that? I'm not a god. It's nothing yet. Hasn't dropped, but it was a tough. I even started doubting myself. It's still not out of the woods. But I had one point when I was really considering to end the stream because I like literally the 6 people come and like, why did you enter into short on gold? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? I was like, for freaking hell, just give me a break. Like I explained everything from the morning in the morning briefing from the beginning, the whole analysis. I did the same thing over all day. I explained this. I had 3 stop losses. That was frustrating in itself. Then I said, okay, that's fine. I'm still sticking to the plan. And then about 6 people like, why? I was like, oh my freaking god. But
Did really someone ask you why you did enter short?
yeah.
I missed it also. Can you explain it once more then?
Fuck off, Raoul. You're an asshole.
Oh god.
Raoul,
Maybe
do
they
you hear
just
me?
didn't get the logic as to why you did it, though. Maybe that's what they wanted to find out. Like your thought process. Yeah.
I know why
Raoul-
he did it.
Raoul,
I
you
need
hear
another
me?
glass of wine.
One for me, please.
Come on,
Sound better,
easy.
Raoul.
He's drinking courage before his wife getting labor.
Liquid courage, yeah.
You can't drink anymore, Thomas. You have to drive, maybe.
Cheers, Thomas.
Alright. Look at the screen. It's in profit for now.
Make the money, take the
Don't
money.
see anything.
Aussie Nasdaq
Where is the
melting.
freaking ban button? I'm gonna kick roll out. No, I won't do it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. It's like I want to ask Raul, hey Raul, do you hear me? And then he's gonna say no.
He has
Are
no
you
humor,
feeling
Tom.
better?
It's my little brother.
Are you
He
feeling
has
better?
no humor.
Raoul?
Yeah, a little bit. It's funny. I have not that much in house, so I try to order online. Now it's the next how I will get my groceries.
It's okay. Spoil yourself
That's it.
a little bit.
They seem to have a wall. You get a goat. You can drive by with your car and you get your groceries. So we will see tomorrow.
Oh. I mean, just rest and order online whatever you need.
Yeah. I order candies,
bother.
chips, tortillas.
You're spoiling yourself, huh?
The easy stuff.
He's ordering the essentials.
Yes. Bacon, eggs.
Sausage.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have a joke for that, but I don't tell him online.
I'm actually quite glad you're here. It's like when you throw in a bad joke, it just cheers me up a little bit. And you have only bad
Okay.
jokes.
When do you know you're on a gay barbecue? I respect all gays. I say directly.
Thanks
when do
for
you
the
know?
disclaimer.
The sausages tastes like shit.
You.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh,
That's
come
heavy.
on.
Oh lord.
Oh my god. No, that was yeah. No way.
That was a good
You
one.
all respect, but I love gays.
You took me off
We're
mute
gonna
for
get
that
banned on
one.
YouTube.
Wonderful people, but and they can laugh hardest about this kind of jokes. I promise you.
We can never stream on YouTube again.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
I have much more, but I don't do that today. I keep for the next time.
Yeah, keep it on the private streams. Yeah.
No, I
I
think
know
everyone
all of those
appreciated the
jokes,
joke.
all of those Dutch jokes. I know them. Jesus, roll.
Oh my god, that was a good one though.
Hey Thomas, I have a question, please. So because
I'm
this is-
married and I like women.
Yeah, because this is something I struggle with every time when I'm up in a trade. So you think for now I should like move my stop loss just below the hourly candle? It would be a good
What's
thing
your
to
entry
do, or
level?
I leave it. I'm 74.
1674. That's. I thought it's
Yeah.
like you're around 70. And what's your take profit?
No. My take profit is 1711.
1711. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah.
Soda's coming, mate. If you hit. Wow.
Just tell me, because if I'm wrong, should I just let it run until it
That's.
hits my stop
it
loss
depends.
at 770, or should I move it up a little bit?
But that's your. Depending on your risk appetite, that depends on your position size, that's on your risk. Your potential loss. There's so many things which I have no information
Okay.
on these things, and I don't know your trading strategy. The best thing always to do to have these answers already before you ask the questions.
Before, yeah, okay.
Exactly. I can't advise you on whether you should move it to break even, because even myself don't know what's going to happen. I'm in a drawdown on gold, minus 15 pips. So I think the best is to come up with a plan. When would you move stop loss into break even?
Okay.
Would you move it when it turns into positive, or if it reaches 30 pips profit, or when it moves away from a trend line or breaks a support level? you know, these are the things that the trader can work on. It's important to have always the answer ready for these kind of questions, because I personally believe like these are basic questions, yet many of the traders who trade for years tend to make the same basic mistakes because they don't realize it's a mistake.
Exactly. This is one of the things I joined, Thomas, to learn this kind of stuff, because I struggle with the stop loss level.
It depends on what strategy you use. In my opinion, my personal experience is just because depending on whether it's high impact event, whether it's a quiet day, how volatile the market is, it depends on the situation as well. Currently, you know, if you move it just below the 50 SMA on the chart, then it should be fine. If it goes up, you have every chance to go up. It looks bullish. I have every chance to go down. It looks you know, bearish as well in my opinion, and I stick to the fundamentals. And market is shit today because it's just moving down and up and then down again.
Yeah,
I told you.
It looks bullish.
Bullish.
And
Bullish,
also
not
we
bullish,
have,
not
we have the
bearish. It's
trend
like
line,
bullish.
the bullish trend line on the short time, on the hourly time frame. So yeah, maybe I'll just leave it at 1670. Thank you anyway.
Yeah, but again, it's the same thing. We get to the same point. It doesn't matter what we talk about analysis or trading rules. Both of them have to be ready before you enter the market.
Sure. Yeah.
One thing, if you watch the videos on the website, I talk about that Fibonacci or pivots or moving average levels could be a good guides or good levels as tools. You can use them as you know, take profit or stop loss levels. And quickly just moving to the market now, gold is again going higher. If it breaks yesterday's high, then the double top scenario is invalidated, so I'm going to I'm going to book the loss.
If it breaks, we're going to 1711.
It is possible, and I owe you a soda. Moving on to Dow Jones Industrial Average.
No problem.
We have this massive wick on the left side, which, you know, it messes up the market. There's a potential that it's going to fill it up. On the other hand, I'm aiming for the good old lower high, lower low market structure. Looking at Nasdaq is absolutely not moving for the last 1 hour. It's kind of like levitating around 10,873. If you look at the economic calendar, there is no catalyst that can move the market today. I don't see anything. It's empty, the calendar, which could be the reason that we have no liquidity, we have no market movement. God knows. Fundamentally and speaking, if you look at the news, everything is pointing into down. Disappointing Chinese data, zero COVID policy. Oh, it looks like Nasdaq is moving. Nasdaq is edging lower and lower. So Nasdaq is running in 80 pips profit. Gold is, I have two positions, so it's negative 40 pips. But Nasdaq is just hanging there, waiting to fall down, if it falls down.
Yeah, the U.S. market may stay really muted. I think everybody's waiting to see what happens tomorrow.
Exactly. I think if everyone's waiting for it's like the, you know, Mexican standoff. If you fart, then everyone else is gonna shit themselves. Look at Nasdaq. Look at that drop. Now it's above
Yet,
100
maybe
pips
yet.
profit, and most
Whoa.
likely gold is going to follow. Hopefully, the correlation is still positive. We're finding. Oh my god.
If I'm correct, gold just collected the 1682 liquidity of Friday, perhaps, before it commences to drop. I'm not sure still.
Anything is possible.
Yeah.
Come on, Nasdaq. Twitter is laying off people. Meta reported disappointing earnings. Everyone.
Should see a drop in gold. Bad drop.
If it drops, and if my analysis was correct, I'm going to pay everyone a soda. Fizzy drink, as we call it in the UK. Not soda pop.
Mine's a Fanta, please.
Oh, who knows how do you call fizzy drink in German? Let me show you. That's hilarious. Kohlensäurehaltiges Getränk.
Oh, wow.
But that's almost a Dutch.
Dutch is like when a drunk German trying to speak English.
Far worse.
Look at that nice drop on NAS, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to break out from this bear flag pattern? This channel?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, baby. Then I'm going to print a t-shirt. Always trust your analysis. Don't listen to anyone else. And then after, I'm going to order a massive gypsy roast from the local restaurant. Albert just says Nasdaq is about to shoot up on YouTube. Which Nasdaq are you watching, brother? I don't laugh. It may be possible. We have a massive imbalance. Maybe at the next hourly candle, but from what I see, it appears Nasdaq is going to drop.
The party starts now.
That's what we want in US Thursday.
1212. One good sign, a potential hope today, well, not hope, but usually the power hour before the market closes, it slaps down the price so freaking hard, which we could see today. That would be real nice on Nasdaq, US 30, and gold, and GJ as well. And so far, if you look at the P&L, it's still looking good. Gold negative 16 pips, Nasdaq positive 86, GJ positive 27, and of course US 30 positive 600 pips. But that's quite, you know, cumulative position, cumulative P&L of 2 positions.
Oh, sorry.
At one point during the stream, I started questioning myself, is the bank holiday in the US? Because the market seems to froze down. And I realized, no, it's just a shit Monday. Before the midterm election, before the CPI data. It's probably the first Monday after a long time that nothing is happening. Previously it was Thursday and Friday were the prime days in terms of, you know, market volatility and movement and profits, but I think during midsummer it changed. Back Monday and Tuesday were more profitable than Thursday and Fridays.
Okay, guys, who tells the next joke?
Only you have the courage to do it.
Oh.
I did hear some good jokes today, but they were Hungarian, so it's difficult to translate and wouldn't be that funny. But I'm thinking. And by the way, US30 is about to drop.
I know a joke about Hungarian language, by the way. Once the Pope was asked if he knows Hungarian language, and he said, "No, I don't know Hungarian, but in heaven everybody speaks Hungarian." And he asked why, because it takes an eternity to learn it. Ta-da.
Good one. Thank you, Tomasz.
Why is Tom you muted now?
Am I muted? No. Tom is not
No.
muted.
He did
By
himself.
the way, new hourly candle, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look. It's dirty. Oh, new 4-hour candle. Time of the power hour, maybe.
I think Microsoft is holding the Nasdaq up.
Microsoft?
Yeah, it's up 2 point something points.
I don't have access to. I don't see the composite and which one is the leaders. I don't have the matrix, but yeah, it's possible. Come on, gold. Come on, gold. I don't. When was the last time when we had such a shit trading day when the market just wasn't moving? That was back in August, wasn't it? July and August, when there was no liquidity.
Can we perhaps have some music in the background? Tomasz, DJ Tomasz.
I do have on YouTube, but I'm not sure how to do that in the Zoom. I don't know how to stream it back.
Well, you probably need a second account joining in, or something like that.
But
You
that's
can try. You can sing, Roy.
Bird was trying to entertain us.
Tomasz, I found a guide. I'm sending it to you on Discord. It's about how to play background music in Zoom.
Okay. We can put some Rammstein in.
Oh, yes, please.
Du hast.
Well, I think the theme would be best. What was the one called? We're all living in America. Considering we're trading in gold, USD dollars, and all of that.
I wish I could. But the problem is that if I start playing music, it would echo back if you start talking. And because of the copyright issues on YouTube, they would ban the stream. So it's not a good idea to stream famous songs. Like, I pay license for the music. Sometimes can be expensive. So I purchase an annual license, and I have to select the tracks that I play. So it's a pre-made playlist. And by the way, gold is crawling back to 1678. And US30s, oh god.
Perfect.
Shit day.
Brilliant one.
Come on, gold.
Anyone
You just
is
need that
short I'm sorry.
Just needed one little push to the downside that would trigger the stop losses, and you know, just stop melting. It's like when you have a liquid diarrhea, like oh god, it just. That's what I'm hoping for on gold.
Right over the back.
Just there, one last push.
One last push, but you know, don't force it. You never force it like a fart, because it end up in shit. Was it your joke this morning, Rahul? Don't force trading. It's like a fart. If you force it, it will be shit.
Okay, so what was our eating?
That was not a joke. That is wisdom.
That's
Oh,
actually
wow.
one of the first things that someone told me when I started trading. If you have to force it, it's probably shit. So don't just let it go.
So is Marwan selling or buying a kidney? Or his kidney? Or what? So he said he's going to sell his kidney last week to trade. But now he made
Yeah,
money.
he said it's his friend's kidney. He's selling
okay.
But I
his
know
friend's kidney now.
he sold both his kidneys, and now he's selling his soul.
And now he's buying someone else's kidney to put it back. Oh no. The market is just absolute shitstorm today. We're just constantly floating between 0 to 80 pips profit on Nasdaq. Gold is break even to minus 40 pips. Who can make any sense after this?
Just drifting in the wilderness.
How about pizza for dinner? What do you think? Should I order a pizza? Hello?
Yeah, good choice.
Hello?
I think you have to start with Happy Meals.
That's
I
so
prefer
unhealthy.
I prefer happy hours over Happy Meals.
Get used to it.
Happy hour all the way.
The daddy can go to McDonald's again. You can't stand McDonald's anymore.
I love McDonald's. When I was a kid, that was after the revolution in Hungary, when the Soviet communism just ended. Regime change and everything, and you know, the big brands, the McDonald's came, and I think my hometown, when I was around 10 years old, we had the first McDonald's when I was 10 or 8, something like that, and the massive queues on the street. Everybody wanted to taste the Western McDonald's, and I remember that every month, one Sunday or Saturday, can't remember, with my grandma, I was allowed to have one cheeseburger. And that was the moment of my month. It was the happiest day of my month. And I was eating it so slow. Every single bit I was chewing like 10 times, so I can enjoy it more. It was a treat when I was a kid. And I think that's why I have so much emotional attachment to McDonald's. And every single time I go to McDonald's, I order the same thing, what I ordered back when I was 10. It's not a Happy Meal, but basically it's 2 cheeseburgers, a fry, and a Coke. I don't eat anything else at McDonald's. Wow.
Thomas, we don't have McDonald's in Iran because it's made in by USA. It's there is no McDonald's, but I hope same revolution happen to my country and the Iranian people can have McDonald's. When travel Iranian to other country, most of them they go first McDonald's restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something that's unique about it, especially if you watch the movie. It's also very motivational. I think there's just something right with that cheeseburger. I hate everything else in McDonald's apart from the vanilla chocolate shake, maybe the apple pie. But I don't think anything else is good. But the cheeseburger fry Coke combo is just my favorite. 2 cheeseburger, medium fry, medium Coke. And I hope that my Iranian friends one day they can have their own drive-through or McDonald's. And now is gold back to minus 11 pips, US 30 and Nasdaq positive 50 pips. GPY is again back where we started.
Yep. And then you enter the zoom and then it falls down.
Yeah, as soon as I bet with anyone,
now stop.
when I stop the stream, then everything's going to just melt, completely melt. If not immediately, but you know, in a reasonable amount of time.
I think you have too much likes on YouTube.
317.
Yeah.
That's because of your bad jokes.
That
And look at
drives it
gold,
up
gold,
again.
Whoa. What was that on gold? Let's stop for a second. Have you seen it?
Just suddenly dropped.
10 pips.
Just suddenly dropped. 10 pips.
But it's constantly doing that. It's going like yes. Nope.
No.
Yeah.
It's like ping pong, table
I
tennis.
would have say a different example.
Yep.
I think the 10-year rate just shot up.
Rice. 10-year rice. Is it
Rates.
Basmati or
Rates.
Jasmine? Or Uncle Ben's. Well, you can't call it Uncle Ben's anymore, can you? Because of they deem it racist to call it Uncle Ben's, apparently.
I think what's holding Nasdaq up is the ex-dividend date. Microsoft, for example, next week, 16 November.
Mm-hmm.
But this is why there is like Nasdaq is still going down.
But generally speaking, if Nasdaq is one of the typical examples of there's no hiding. If there's shit hits the fan, everyone is going to be covered with poo-poo. And I think Nasdaq is a perfect example because one of these heavyweights starts. Can they really hold up when everything else is full of bad news? I don't know. But everything just so quiet. We've been stirring the screen for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Nothing really happening. I'm gonna call it a day, guys. we are in net profit. I am in net profit with not just break, with US 30 saving my ass, but everything is moving sideways. I'm gonna take tomorrow off. There's no point trading in this market for me. I'm gonna be waiting for Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. Tomorrow day off. There will be no morning briefing. See you on Wednesday.
Okay.
Thank you,
Oh.
Thomas.
See you on
Point
Wednesday.
trading.
Thanks, Thomas.
Thanks,
Thank
Thomas.
you as ever.
Bye.
Thank you, Thomas.
We will
Good
miss
night.
you a
Thank you,
lot.
Thomas.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye,
Goodbye.
Thomas. Bye.
Bye
Bye bye. Bye bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's absolutely crap market. Absolutely, it is moving sideways. We've been caught in a very, very ugly market today that just doesn't want to move. There's no point. I'm gonna take a day off tomorrow, go out, walk in the woods, have a run, go to the gym. Anything is better than just watching the screen and have this shit. That said, if you wish to join the AlphaFX community, there are still a few places left. 50% discount until today is the 7th. 2 more days, and I will close it down until the end of the month. So you have the opportunity to jump on to the AlphaFX community. I do live Zoom morning briefings every day where I talk about macroeconomics, fundamentals. We do some live trading as well if the market is favorable in the morning. So there's not just afternoon live trading, and I share all the trades in the morning and not during the live stream. So by the time you get to the live stream, we are already in position because I see better opportunities around 5 a.m. If you would like to join the AlphaFX community, free membership left. Go to alphafx.eu. Link in the chat on YouTube just now posted. It's your discount. Take it. Take advantage of the 50% discount because once it's gone, then it's gone. Thank you so much, guys, for watching me today and for the 335 likes. Not too bad, not too bad. Could be better. See you on Wednesday. This is the AlphaFX.